Hello, friends. This is Matt. I wanted to make a quick follow up video for the last post. The last post was entitled Showing Up. And I wanted to do a quick video first off and foremost, just saying thanks. This was a big post and podcast episode. For me, it got a lot of readership. I write for a local news website, castanet.net, and my stuff comes up there for them about once a month, and it coincides. I usually use that same post or expand upon it a little bit for my podcast episodes and the written posts on my website, somethingfromeverything.com. And this one, this one got a lot of reads when they stopped counting because it falls off the front page eventually, right? On Castanet, it was nearing 10,000 reads, which is great. I'm sure not all 10,000 read it, but they looked at it, and that's something. But what meant even more than that was I had so many people come up and talk to me or send me encouraging messages or write comments on my website or on Facebook or whatever. And last I checked, my wife sent this to me. The post had been shared 51 times from my initial Facebook post, just saying, "Hey, here it is." And that's unreal. That's by far the most shares I've ever had, and I so appreciate it. It just means that so many more people have seen it and read it. Anyway, it might sound like I'm tooting my own horn. I am a little bit. I'm really proud of this one, but I'm also just I'm a little blown away at how much it's resonated. I was hoping it would really resonate, and I think it has. This was a really hard post to write. This one. Sometimes they come together really well. Occasionally, it's been very close to the first draft that just kind of gets worked over a little bit. Other times, each time you come back to it, you kind of have a better sense of what you're trying to say, and you can kind of lead it in a new direction. This one was almost restarting every single time. It was like I've got about three different almost finished posts before this one, and they're all very different. I think it was taking me a while to figure out what I was trying to say. And I think the reason why, which I'm sure we can all understand, is it's incredibly, everything's in tension. So we are in tension. There's lots of tension all around us. But there's also the tension of myself noticing that I was starting to be very resentful of some people that were presenting the same way, patients that I am here to care for, and that there was a bit of a dialogue in my head, and I had heard around, which was really reducing people to the decisions that they were making, and therefore seeing them as less worthy, right? And that tension, because I knew I could feel that in myself, and I was like, I don't want to feel that way. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that nurse. Was also in the tension that, like, right after writing this and right after putting it up and having all these great conversations, and doubling down on saying that I can't lose my humanity and all of this, I had a week, I had a couple shifts where there were a couple patients, multiple patients, who the decisions that they had made were in fact putting me in greater danger, putting my family in greater danger, putting my coworkers in greater danger, and certainly putting their friends and family in different dangers. And that's the tension, right? That is the tension that we are living in, is that we are affected by other people's choices. We wish that people would make certain choices, and they might not. And to acknowledge both sides of that argument without trying to piss everybody off and without trying to placate everybody either, right? Like, I'm fully on the side of vaccinations, like, without a doubt. But at the same time, I realize the tension that I have to care for somebody that I disagree with, even if I fully disagree with them, and that they do have that right to make that decision. And so that's where I was trying to end up with. And I realized that ending with that quote from Rabbi Tarfon, the "you are not obligated to complete the work, but neither are you free to abandon it," it can be seen as a kind of cop out because I'm not saying, oh, okay, here's the factors and here's what we have to do, because I don't know your situation, and for mine, it's it's ever changing. That piece of advice that it was just so helpful for me because I need to figure out what the work is that I have to recommit myself back to. And I kind of feel like in these times when there's so much turmoil and it's so tense, and it is, I mean, it's literally life and death we're talking about. These are not small stakes. I almost feel like now is the best possible time. It's like we all need a personal mission statement. Like we all need to recommit ourselves, to pledge commitments to whatever work that we have to do. And that's going to be different for you than it is for me. But again, I've been so encouraged by so many people coming and saying, I need to recommit myself to what's important to me. And that's it. That's as prescriptive as I ever want to get, because I think intuitively we know some of the work that we're here to do. And that's so important. So anyway, that's it with this video. I think I'll stop vlogging this post because I need to be thinking about what the next one is, and get that ready. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you haven't read the post, read the post if you want. And thank you. We'll talk again soon.